So, we are going to be playing the updated randomizer, integrated randomizer made by Mozilla. This released literally today, and we're going to be playing the recycler preset, which was just added. This is a very popular preset that a lot of people are loving to play. Gives you extra Vlad relics, extra movement relics, extra copies of relics. So this is untested. So if we run into any bugs or like glitches or anything like that, we'll see how it goes. We're in this for a fun time, and if I break the game yet again, you know, it's good testing at the end of the day. And as always, if you're watching on Dragon Blitz Daily, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It's a free way to support your boy. You can check out the live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz as well. Drop your Prime subs if you got them. If you got that Amazon Prime, it is a free subscription to the channel. And yeah, all that fun stuff. Hope you guys are doing well. And as always, I'm just happy to be playing my favorite video game. How am I doing? I'm doing well, Jizzy Pissy. How are you?
Thank you.
I remember you saying something about retro art being silly and dumb, but I don't know what you have against it in a concrete way. Could you explain that? I mean, you can use people hardware and that's Mednafton, right?
So my understanding of RetroArch is the guy who made it is just an asshole. Who was basically not crediting a lot of people for their work on specific cores and kind of just integrating them into RetroArch. As well as, I think there were some security risks on previous versions. Don't quote me on this, but I believe there were security risks on previous versions of RetroArch. If you use like the mobile phone app. So there was a chance that like your data wasn't like super secure. But I could be wrong. Again, this is forever ago, so like I'm not integrated into the anything that is updated since the last time I thought about RetroArch, which was like 2023, I think, was when all this stuff was happening. So, ow. Ooh, Covenant Stone, nice. But if more stuff has happened since then, I don't know. I'm just out of the loop, personally. I also don't use RetroArch because pretty much all of the cores used in RetroArch are incredibly inaccurate for the most part. I think the only ones that are decent are like Super Nintendo and like NES, maybe? I know the Super Nintendo one's okay. But I think the Genesis one is crap. I think the PS1 is crap. And a lot of other ones are crap. But again, this is the last time I ever even attempted to use it, which was like 2023, I think. So, where should we go, by the way? I think I want to go reverse... something like that. Can you guys stop saying EPSXE in the chat? I banned the term EPSXE as a joke, and now everyone's talking about it. Just don't put the first E or something, or leave one of the E's out, so that way I don't have to auto-mod allow everything each individual time. Stop saying EPSXE on the chat. It's banned. It was banned as a joke, and now I'm dealing with the consequences. What was that? Garnet? Whatever. Or Zircon? Yeah, just spell it wrong or something. Alright. I might regret this decision to go this direction, but whatever. We have decent items, so I'm not too mad about it. Okay, calling it E-Sex might also not be the greatest idea, depending on which FBI agent is watching today. Oh, Dark Armor's great. Let me put that on. Extra defense plus immunity to dark. I probably should have killed Bee's Nuts, perhaps. Or maybe we just skip him. I don't know. I actually don't know what to do in this start location. That's the fun part about Recycler, is starting in the second castle forces you to make some very interesting decisions about where you want to go. Short sword, don't mind if I do. I don't know. Again, I'm just out of the loop, so if I'm just wrong about the drama surrounding what's his name, then my bad. Send me to jail for spreading misinformation, I guess, on the internet. Again, this was like years ago, I feel like. I know it was a long time ago because it was back when I was on Twitter, which has not been a thing for quite a while. Yeah, I probably just want to grab the warp and get out of here, probably. Ow. I'm glad I saved the game because I'm gonna die. Never mind. Oh! Almost. Almost. I'm glad I saved the game. This is a tough spot. And I got a very unlucky pattern by those guys. They discovered a cool unused spear guard attack today. Oh, that's cool. I wonder how many unused enemy attacks and stuff are still in the game. There we go. That's a very normal pattern. Thank you. Thank you for not starting with the fucking... Thank you. Jesus. That was really weird. I heard the RetroArch guy was on the list. I mean, listen. As long as we're spreading misinformation on the internet, might as well. I also don't know how much of a thing... I don't know. There's like a lot of weird shit that happens in those types of circles where it's like people making software that realistically should just be, in my mind, I don't even know how that happened, just free to use for the sake of like just preservation and stuff like that. That's the way I view emulation. As soon as you try to make money, I feel like, for making an emulator, I feel like you kind of have lost the plot a little bit. Not to say that RetroArch guy was in it to make money, but it was kind of obvious that they wanted at least like internet clout or something like that. But maybe I'm just misremembering the situation. So maybe that didn't happen at all. But there are emulator... oh god, that's a lot of damage. Teams that prioritize making money for sure. But also, I would say it's different for mods. If you're making a mod of something and it's behind a paywall, that I think is a little less... Because a mod itself is not about game preservation, in my opinion. A mod is a thing that you created using your own creativity, but using the basis of another creative work, which, you know, for better or for worse, is like a thing that many people do. That'd be like saying you're not allowed to monetize, you know, what's it called? 50 Shades of Grey because it's based on Twilight, vaguely. It's like, nah, it's a different creative work that used a different thing as like a basis for it. So I think it's a little different, but I understand why some people wouldn't view it that way. Like, I found out recently there was a big controversy because a Super Smash Bros. Melee skin modder, they modded a skin into the game that modded Mr. Game & Watch to be, what's his name? From Balatro? Jimbo? The main Joker, or whatever. And apparently, the fact that he was charging people for it caused an absolute mega shitstorm. Because it was, like, available if you were a part of his Patreon, or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, just, why are you mad?
Count? You're smoking my penis right now.
Dude made a thing. Wait, this doesn't work, does it? Yeah, I have to... I don't think the sword works. I think I've done this mistake before. There we go. I'm a lot better at this trick, though, these days. Does this trick have a name? I don't know. I don't think it has like a fancy name or anything like that, but I do believe... Who discovered this, actually? Was it Durdrak who discovered it, or did he just popularize it? Or was it Swarm? Because I didn't discover this. I had no clue you could do this. Can you get out? Yeah, you can. It's with the same trick. Oh, god damn it. Whatever. You're the GOAT. Love watching you play. Thank you. Taijatanet, I think is how you say that. I'm doing the same thing again. Whoever discovers a trick, I believe, should name it. It was Durdrak, then Durdrak can name it. There we go. Like I said, I'm pretty good at it. It was discovered in 97 when I beat the game in 12 minutes. Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot. If you ever claim to have discovered a trick or anything in a video game, you have to remember that actually somebody else did on their first playthrough back in their grandma's basement in fucking 1989. But they just didn't think it was that big of a deal, so they didn't tell anybody. You guys are doing this whole speedrunning thing? That's cute. I beat it faster back in the day, but I didn't think anybody would care. So I never recorded or made any sort of note whatsoever. But I totally did it. Like, check out the comments in literally any speedrun world record YouTube video, and you'll find at least one. I don't know. People upset that they have to pay for anything. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's, I hate using the term because it sounds terrible, but it is unfortunately very accurate, which is treatlerism. The idea that Americans have become, and not just Americans, many people around the world have become so entitled that if they don't get exactly what they want when they want it, they literally turn into Hitler. Obviously, very hyperbolic, but I don't know. Sometimes that shit's just kind of an accurate description. And calling the Nintendo Gestapo on a guy for making a Super Smash Bros. Melee skin mod because he put it behind a paywall, in my opinion, is pretty treatlerism-ish, if you ask me. I don't know. It's like an optional freaking cosmetic mod that only affects your screen, by the way. Like, the other person doesn't even know you're using it. Definitely a disproportionate response, yeah. If you're upset that somebody's asking money for a thing that they made, I don't know, just ignore them, I guess. Especially if it's a thing that you don't need and you can live without. They're less positive about people modding things, but also, there's no reason to grab this. They can kind of eat a dick and balls. I don't care. Is kind of my thought process on it. I don't know. It's like, get over yourself, I guess. If fans want to make derivative works, that is just a sign that you have an active fan base to begin with that is passionate about the thing that you do. Race later? Yeah, sure, why not? I'm down. After this, I'm down to race. Don't worry, if I make Big Booba Alucard mod, I'll release it for free. Thank God. A true hero in the realm of, like, finally. Gonna eat something? Go for it. There's a good reason for that. I don't know. We do have Leapstone, so I'm gonna do this, I think. Try it out. What a Vrolokar? I think is how I say that. I might have fucked it up. Well, I know I fucked this up. Damn. Unfortunate spawns. Mulblong, that's pretty good. Don't I have the Alucard shield? Well, that solves damage forever. I don't know, so many very important and interesting pieces of art is originated as modifications of someone else's original work. So, what is this seed about? This is the oh my god, why am I blanking on the name of the preset? Recycler. This is Recycler, so you can get multiple does that help me at all? Not really. Okay. There are multiple copies of relics, important relics. So, for example, the Soul of Wolf, I believe there's 2 copies of the Soul of Wolf, 2 copies of Soul of Bat, 2 copies of Mist, 2 copies of Leafstone, 2 copies of Gravity Boots. So it's very possible that you can collect stuff like early because of that. You can kind of just like randomly stumble upon them, which is really cool. Feels like a wild seed to race. It's actually a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. I am gonna grab this because it makes your decision making less like you chose wrong, therefore you lost, because there's always a chance for you to find the thing that you need somewhere else, you know? Which gives you more freedom in routing decisions. There's probably still like routing decisions that are more important than others, but I am gonna go for this even though it's slow, but I just kind of want to do it because it's fun. The races of the Recycler preset have been a lot of fun for me, at least. How have I never seen the Spittlebone tech you just did? It just requires that you have Leapstone, so. Uh-oh, am I too low? No. Oops. Oh, that's pretty big, actually. Nice. Early Jewel of Open. That's going to save me some time. Later, probably. That was Talik tech? Yeah, Talik came up with that. He came up with a setup for it, where you do a full jump to both load the guy in. I believe he moves no matter what, actually, but I believe the full jump is to just like help with your timing of when to start the dive kick. That's against the logic. Well, here at Speedrunners Incorporated, logic is more of a suggestion. I don't know. I think of things like Dota wouldn't exist without mods, and that's like a huge deal. There's like so many other instances where that's a flawed relic. Very important games, art, books, movies wouldn't exist without becoming just being derivative works of other art. So I think when you have a viewpoint of being overly restrictive of your IP in that way, you end up just being anti-creativity, anti-art. But not everybody shares that viewpoint, and that's fine. I'm sure there are counterexamples. Like, God forbid somebody makes a big booby mod of your video game, nude mod, Chun-Li, etc., etc. What's the hardest trick/glitch to execute in a certain speedrun? Probably some sort of like frame perfect, pixel perfect, sub-pixel perfect shift line glitch in some obscure category that I can't even think of right now. There are some dumb tricks in this game, but most of the time those tricks don't need to exist in a speedrun, thankfully. What that tongue doing? Let's go find out. So they added the tongue directly into on the disc. That's crazy. Dude, integrated randomizer is wild. I think low percent Wolf and low percent Mist have some of the hardest tech for shift line stuff. reverse boss order in zero bosses is not that hard. Like, none of the tricks are that terrible. They're pretty difficult at first, but then once you learn how to use, like, I don't know, the game's mechanics to your advantage and, like, map buffer properly, then it's not that bad. Like, there's decent setups for everything. And I'm sure there are decent setups for those shift lines and stuff. They're just really annoying from my perspective to do. Shit. Shit. I should grab this warp, even though I don't want to. Pacifist has some cryptic stuff. That too, yeah, but it's not that hard. Any speedrun I've done a speedrun of, it's not that hard. So Pacifist, low percent bat. Low percent bat, however, if you want to get a real world record, apparently there is new tech that no one's done in a run yet that that Paulo discovered apparently to get Soul of Bat way faster than before. What the hell is the Tongue of Vlad? It's a custom Vlad relic that was added into the game for this randomizer preset. It makes your spells cost no, your spells do more damage, I believe. Well, it's not even just that it's not that they're hard, it's that you need to know the setups, and the setups themselves are esoteric. Like, when I was learning Pacifist, there were so many, like, small things that I basically had to teach myself how to do because the information just wasn't available easily anywhere, so. So, yeah. Wait, I have Wolf. Does it say that I have Power Wolf, too? When did I get Power Wolf? Oh, I shouldn't have been wasting my mana, then. Well, then, if I have everything to do this, then I can do this. Might as well. Skip Doppelganger real quick. Still no library cards, though. I probably should have opened the caverns. Yeah, I probably should have opened the caverns. I'll grab this. Fist of Tulkas is great to have, just generally. There's Gravity Boots. Okay, so that's interesting. So I think it was supposed to be Gravity Boots into Jewel of Open is the implied logic, but we have out of logic Flight right now. Nice. I don't know. I think it's very easy to get frustrated by the lack of documentation in, like, video games for speedruns, but, like, it's just kind of how games are, and old games in particular. Like, there is so much knowledge of glitches and tricks and things about this game that I don't even know about because it just wasn't documented very well. And the same thing will happen in like 10, 15 years if somebody wants to pick up Symphony of the Night speedrunning. I imagine a lot of the info is going to be out there, but just hard to find because it's going to be like, oh yeah, you actually have to go find a YouTube video from this guy called Dragon Bliss who speedran the game 10 years ago before he died from a very terrible accident where a giant big-breasted lady fell on him and he suffocated to death. And his final words were, "It's okay, this is how I wanted to go out. Let me live my final moments in peace." I guess we go Castle Keep. He died doing what he loved. No, it should have been me! It should have been me! I'm just telling you guys what's going to happen in the future, all right? That's all. All right, if I had gotten the flea ladder, what would I have found? Drum roll, please. Oh, just kidding. Keep drum rolling. Roll the drums. Roll them harder, please. We would have found a bone. That's fine. The boners, you got to wait to rise up, but you still get to rise up. So verbose for someone asphyxiating. Listen, okay? I don't tell you how to asphyxiate. Okay, double gravity boots. Gravity boots so good they gave you another one. Let's go. I don't think we need to save. Let's just refill so we can use some wolf movement. I probably should... Yeah, let's just go to the caverns, I guess, from here. At least I didn't die of Ligma, true. What's going on, Sinbo? This is the Recycler preset. So there are multiple copies of important relics. So we have like a copy of Soul of Wolf right now, which is why you're not seeing the Soul of Wolf show up on the tracker. I believe it replaces one of the familiar cards, something like that. Or Fairy Scroll or something. I don't remember. All right. But yeah, the additional copies of relics makes things very interesting. So right now we have 4 Vlad relics because we have the Tongue of Vlad, which is a bonus one.
Eat my balls!
That's going to be a new Yo, what up, Solo?
You know it.
Thank you for the 2 months. Smells like Gah. Divine Serpent Gah, the Yu-Gi-Oh card. One of the anime boss monsters, I want to say. Yo, I love the Divine Serpent. All hail, Divine Serpent Gah. I believe it's just free, right? It was boss monster of Darts. You're telling me there was a guy in the anime called Darts? Hell yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh's so sick. If only Konami didn't own it. What's going on, Jason? He was the ruler of Atlantis. God, that's so awesome. I really do wish that some other company other than Konami owned Yu-Gi-Oh! And, you know what? And Castlevania while we're at it. MP refill glitch. Send me to jail. Sorry, guys. I did a glitch. Yeah, I think life would be better if Konami basically dissolved their gaming side of their company and just sold off all their shit to somebody else. And then they just kept all the pachinko machines and fucking slot machines, I guess. It probably wouldn't even hurt their bottom line that hard. Another Soul of Wolf. Okay. So, like... That's cool. So now the wolf cost is cheaper for stuff, I think, right? The MP costs. Who would I like to handle Konami games? Konami IP? Who would want to become the new publisher of Konami games and do a good job? It'd be funny if FromSoft got their hands on it. Deep Silver? Who is Deep Silver? I think it'd be funny to see Miyazaki get his hands on Castlevania or Metal Gear even. Capcom? I don't know. Capcom is you die in the duel, you die in real life. Hell yeah, the way it was meant to be played. Please be a library card. Fuck you. I mean, I think the issue with Capcom is they let a lot of their series die on the vine as well. I mean, Mega Man fans have been waiting for anything, really. I think I'm just gonna save split for the thing, whatever. I gave up hope on Mega Man. I feel like being a Mega Man fan is about having no hope at all times. No. Jesus Christ, that frog is insane. Thank you. Whee. I don't have the snorkel, so this is going to be a little awkward. Mega Man Legend 3 is real. I mean, it was real, wasn't it? It was basically not finished, but like close to end of development before it got canceled. From my understanding. Also, who's texting me? Uh-oh. Don't worry, guys. We have Mighty number 9. I should keep that. So that's 5 Vlad relics. I should probably just go to Spike Breaker then. And hope that it's Holy Glasses. No, I have to keep my phone on vibrate and on my desk. So if you hear vibrations, it's me. It's my phone, I swear, guys. It's not somebody trying to use vibrations to give me all the answers about where to go in this randomizer. There are no beads being shoved anywhere to help me assist me in my gameplay. It's not real, didn't happen. This is a junk email. Ugh. 3 vibrations for fun. Yeah, that's how you know it's not serious. If you get the 3 vibrations, that's just for fun. Arcana, don't need it. Whee. Yeah, let's just go check out Spike Breaker, I guess. My other guess is that it's just the other flight locations. I haven't been to library at all yet, so there's still a possibility that there's something there. We could be missing one of the rings. Nice job. Me. Surely I still have the Spike Breaker on. I'm not going to open the menu. Yeah, see. I trust myself. Library card. Nope. Library card. Nope. Library card. Nope. Soul of Bat. So this is the extra copy of Soul of Bat. Interesting. Nice. So it's not part of the complexity chain at all. Which means it's just, I have to go check other flight locations, I guess. Huh. Integrated Random is a greatest hits compilation. Kind of. It's just a randomizer that lets you randomize the game on the disc itself without needing to download different seeds. The game itself can generate the seeds without you needing to go download them somewhere else. I'm gonna kill this guy because I don't know what else to do. So it has Spellbound? I haven't seen Spellbound. Smiley face. Or it's Mist locked. That is true. We did find Mist, yeah. I did forget about that. But Glasses was just chilling in the caverns. Okay. Well, then in that case, that's insane. So what's the final Vlad then? Probably the intended final Vlad is... No, wait, I thought Glasses was supposed to be highest complexity in this preset. Am I misremembering? Is that a library card? There's a pork bun. There's no final Vlad? Yeah. It's Glasses, right? Is the final complexity check? So I think this complexity on this is wrong. Right? Because this is just locked behind Jewel of Open, and Jewel of Open was locked behind Gravity Boots, and Gravity Boots was layer 0. So those glasses were layer 2. Unless Flight was the final progression relic, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense if that was the case. I don't know. The tracker is not showing the tongue, yeah. Because the tongue doesn't have its own sprite on the tracker. Flight is locked late. I guess I don't remember where... Oh, I technically don't have Flight yet. Huh. Yeah, you're right. I don't have Flight yet, which means... But Flight has to be... Oh, is it unlocked by Mist here? Wait, no. Yes. Yeah, okay. So it's probably... Oh, whatever. Flight is Mist locked. Okay. Well, I just needed another Vlad. And that's the last Vlad. Let's just get out of here. I was checking this area for random Vlads, but it's all good. Fast Seed. Guys, I'm new here. How does the shield do so much damage? Oh, that's just the shield rod spell with the Alucard shield. It's just an intended mechanic inside of the game. So if you have the Malblung sword or the shield rod, both of them do the same exact thing. They do spells based off of which shield you have equipped. So, for example, Malblung sword plus any shield. We can use like the Axe Lord shield, for example. If you press the shield button and the attack button at the same time, and you have enough MP, it'll do the spell. Let me use a Mana Prism to showcase this. Where the heck is it? There we go. So you press them on the same at the same time, you get a little spell that comes out. This one summons an axe guy who attacks for you, which is fun. You get different effects based off of which shield you're using, but the most powerful option is stuff like Medusa Shield's a fun one. Summons laser beams out of the Medusa head eyes. Knight Shield gives you a buff. Shaman Shield gives you a buff. Leather Shield gives you a buff. But the strongest one is the Alucard Shield. If you use this spell, your shield becomes just like a walking nuclear bomb, essentially, if you touch anything with it. It does 255 base damage. And it hits every, I believe, 8 frames, something like that. So it's incredibly powerful. You can just absolutely melt bosses with it. It's very, very fun. How are people supposed to find this? I don't know. The game's like 30 years old at this point. People have tested things. I'm pretty sure this was also just something you would find in like a help guide or a magazine somewhere. Like it's an intended mechanic put into the game, so it's not difficult to find. There's probably some strategy guide from 1997 that talks about it. What does the Alucard shield do? Great question. It lets you draw 2 cards from the top of your deck. Yeah, this game released in a time before the prevalent dissemination of information over the internet. So, like... A lot of the time, if you wanted knowledge from a video game, you had to buy a magazine or like a strategy guide that would explain it to you. Also, this cutscene is here. This cutscene is not normally here in Recycler. So that's interesting. That's slightly different. Whoa. Whatever, dude. We're just here to have fun and beat the game quickly, hopefully. Also, I don't know about you guys, but when I played this game, sometimes I would just mash buttons to see what would happen. When I was a kid and I found out that there were spells, I literally just mashed buttons on the controller and spells would come out. So I imagine it's not impossible that somebody out there was mashing buttons with the shield rod and a shield equipped and got a spell to come out, and they were like, holy shit. Because it's also called the shield rod. It's an item that you just find on the ground called the shield rod that says extra effective with shields. So, I don't know. I think people could put 2 and 2 together eventually. Yeah, overall, this integrated randomizer seems to be working just fine. That is true. Yeah, you have to go into the menu and give yourself the drip, like this. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful. Graphic design is my passion, actually. My eyes! Hello? Oh, I did this fucking cutscene. Oh, chat. Quick. You guys have 1 minute. Coin flip, go. I guess in the meantime, I'll kill Shaft in a funny way. I'm thinking of beating my Shaft live on stream. I forgot about the karma coin because no one was screaming, please, please, streamer, let us gamble. Oh, God. The Shaft's fighting back. I hate when that happens. Y'all ever cast Soul Seal on your Shaft? There we go. No worries, Thiago Victor. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm always happy to answer questions about this game. This game has a lot of very cool stuff in it. So it's not surprising that there's stuff that like feels very obvious to me that a lot of people just don't know about. Because, like, I mean, how would you? Alrighty, y'all. Let's see it. It's Tails. How could you not know that it was going to be Tails? Come on, guys. It was obvious. Whatever. Go, Fist of Tulkas. Fist this man.
Go back whence you
GG's.
came. Trouble the soul of
Was a fun randomizer. We got to end it by fisting our dad, which is pretty normal for this game, I want to say. Pretty normal ending. Some might even call it the good ending, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. Subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.
sarcasm.
Join the live streams, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. Was a fun time, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.